In this video, we will create the text box that appears on top of the character's head when there's a dialogue happening, which is another staple of the point-and-click adventure games. I will start by creating on my player a canvas, but this canvas, so let's call it a text box canvas. And this canvas, instead of being screen space canvas, it's going to be a world space canvas. And I am going to disable the graphics raycaster and the canvas scaler on this canvas. And on this canvas, I'm going to create a text mesh pro text. So let's just call it text box. And let's just add some text to it. This is an example text with a little bit of length. The test line breaks and its size properly. Sorry, it should have at most 3 lines. Let's put it like that. Properly, there's a typo. Let's fix it. Okay, so now let's set up this canvas, because as you can see, it's not showing up yet because it is, as you can see, it is massive. I have already set it up to world space. Okay, so let's reduce the size of this canvas and of the text box as well. Okay, it's probably still pretty big. Let's reduce its size more, and the text box as well. Position it properly. And it's where is our there's our here here it is. It's slightly big yet, but we will fix it. Okay, let's just reduce its size and the size of the text box. And oh, okay, it is here, and let's align it to the center. Okay, and let's reduce it a little bit more. Position it in the center. That way too long of a text, and maybe the size of okay. Let's reduce it more and position it in the center of the canvas. And the canvas, let's position it in the center of the player, a little bit above on the Y. And that should be good. Okay, great. So we have our canvas set up on top of my player, but of course, as you can see, it's not facing the camera, and that's where we're going to work now. We're going to create a script called canvas look at camera. Wait for it to compile. I'm going to put it on my let's wait for it to compile. I'm gonna put it on my text box canvas, and let's edit this script. We'll start by creating a camera variable and keeping a original distance. And this script is not only going to make the canvas look towards the camera, but also keep its relative size as we move around the world. So if we go further back on the scene, or if we move forward, the canvas and in turn the font will always have the same size. So at start, I'm going to set up the camera to camera.main, and my original distance is going to be the distance between the canvas, transform.position, and the camera position. And then an update, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a transform look at, and it's going to be my position plus the camera rotation times forward and setting world up to camera transform dot rotation times vector 3 dot up. Okay, so now this way the canvas is now looking towards the camera, and now we need to set the distance, which is the vector 3 dot distance between my current position and the camera position. And my local scale will be based on the current distance divided by the original distance. Let's save the script. Let us set it to my text box canvas. Canvas look at camera, and if we press play, something is not working. Where is our text box? Our text box is here, but it is very, very small, it seems. Yeah, it is super, super small, so let's figure out what is going on. Okay, so I figured out what was wrong with the canvas. The issue is that the scale, since this is our world space canvas, the scale should be 1, 1, 1. And I'm going to set its position to 0, to the center of the player. And I should actually manipulate the text box, so I should change actually the scale of the text box and not of the canvas. So let's just increase the size of the text box here, position it on top of my player's head, press play. And there you go, now it's working. And as I move around, the text keeps its size. Okay, great. So now, next we are going to set up the look at hammer text, actually the look at hammer action from the console to the text box of our scene. And we'll start by creating a new script called text box controller. Let's wait for it to compile. I'm going to set it on my player. So text box controller, drag it to player, and we will now edit this script. Since we'll be using manipulated text, we'll set text mesh, although maybe not. Will we? Yeah, we'll probably will. So yeah, let's keep it like that for now. And we're gonna have a few references here. So first of all, the text mesh pro GUI text box text, then a reference to the canvas so we can show and hide it, and then a show text time text. Let's set the default to 3 seconds, so you know when I look at an object, I'm going to show the look at text for 3 seconds, and then I want to hide it again. Then on my start, I will disable the canvas, and then I will have here a show text function with the string, and if it is a timed show, missing an equal, there you go. Then on show text, I'm going to check if my canvas is not enabled. I will enable it. Canvas dot enabled equals true. Then I'm going to set my text box text to the text I pass as parameter, and if this is a timed if this is a timed text, I'm going to call a hide text coroutine, and over here it's a yield return new, actually only hide text, no need to coroutine here. New wait 4 seconds, show text time, canvas.enabled equals false, and over here start coroutine, hide text. Okay, so I'm going to save this, and back to my player. I have a couple of variables I need to set, which is the text box text and the text box canvas. Okay, so now I need to go back to my player script and my player controls. I will need over here a serialized field, text box controller, and then when I look at something, I'm just going to comment it for now. I'm going to do a text box controller show text, and I'm going to show the item controller dot item look at text, and that is timed. And let's see if that works. I need to save this guy here too. Okay, back to Unity. Wait for it to compile. And okay, so first things first, my text box has disappeared from the top of my player's head. And now let's try look at the hammer, and there's an error. Let's see what's going on. Oh, I probably haven't set a variable on the player, right? Here you go, player controller, the text box controller, which is just itself. Okay. Press play and look at hammer. Okay, it's hammer time. Should I pick it up? Yes, you should, and we're going to work on that very, very soon in the next videos.